This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting.
The next thing I know, I'm waking up in the ICU wondering what had happened to me. I never saw him coming. He was a 21-year-old driver and high on heroin.
Alice Ward was struck 14 months ago at a Pennsylvania construction site. And while her pain and suffering aren't over, the former highway worker felt compelled to join some of the nation's top transportation leaders at an active road construction site in the nation's capital to promote National Work Zone Awareness Week.
To workers, be aware of your surroundings. Watch for vehicles and hazards from all directions. It only takes a second for an accident to happen. If I had only seen him coming.
The latest data show a slight increase in work zone deaths, and while we certainly don't like to see that, we have to remember that we have made significant progress in reducing work zone fatalities in the past 10 years. But if you've lost a loved one or were injured in a job site, like our guest here today, that progress means very little. Their view is the same as ours, that even one death is too many. After all, we know that orange cones are replaceable and people are not.
Laurie Moser knows that firsthand. Her husband, Maryland highway worker Rick Moser, was killed in 2007.
All because a driver chose to speed and not pay attention in a work zone. That's why this year's theme, "We're all in this together," resonates so clearly.
Tennessee Republican Representative John Duncan says lawmakers also have a role to play.
We passed, I think, one of the most important bills in the last Congress, and we tried to maintain the funding and the initiatives that we were doing for work zone safety, the grant program through the Department of Transportation, and I hope that in the highway bill that we'll be writing next year that we'll make sure that we expand on that work.
The kickoff event ended with a moment of silence at the National Work Zone Memorial Wall, a mobile tribute to fallen highway workers. That's where we caught up with the CEOs of the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials and the American Traffic Safety Services Association. Those organizations, along with FHWA, sponsor this annual public awareness campaign.
We really want to support our workers who are out there every day improving our roadways for the traveling public. We want them to be safe, and we want to send that message to the public and drivers at large.
State DOTs are doing a great job in using innovative approaches to making sure that work zones are as safe as they possibly can be. But when you get right down to it, it boils down to the drivers. Drivers need to slow down, pay attention, and avoid all distractions when they are entering work zones. And we can solve this problem. We can prevent these deaths that are happening needlessly on our roadways.
In other news, middle school students gathered at the U.S. DOT building in Washington, D.C. to take part in the department's Garrett Morgan Technology and Transportation Futures program, an annual competition sponsored in part by the Mineta Transportation Institute Board of Trustees. In opening remarks, Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood explained the competition's goal.
The purpose of what Norm has been doing since he left DOT is encouraging young people that transportation offers many, many different opportunities.
A team of middle school students from Tupelo, Mississippi represented AASHTO as finalists in the competition. Competitors from the District of Columbia were also on hand, while finalists from California were beamed in via closed-circuit TV. Each team presented ideas focusing on alternative fuels, fuel-efficient vehicles, and the future of environmentally friendly space travel. A panel of judges picked Juan Crespi Jr. High School in El Sobrante, California, as this year's top winner. That's the Transportation TV News Update. Thanks for watching.